Everybody, welcome back to Get Going Fast, and it is a new week, which means that there's new excellent stuff on the way, and I'm excited to be spending the week with you guys. So thank you. You guys, I'm getting kind of used to your faces, and by your faces I mean your digital avatars, and by your digital avatars I mean your usernames. I'm getting used to seeing you around, and it's fun. Everybody, welcome back to have you. Hey, fast. There we are in the back. New week, forgot to pause that. Hey-o. Always like to go over there and check to make sure she's working. Hey, got to keep her working, man. Okay. So, anyways, good to have you. What is it? It's good Lord. It's August already. Gets to August, I'm already thinking of winter time here. I got to hit some rodeos here soon, and then September we're going to have the county fair, and then kids back in school, and then next thing you know, it's Thanksgiving and snow, so we got to get out there and enjoy the rest of this summer. Nine just popped in. Good to see you, Nine Layer Nines. Yo, what's up? Good to see you. Nine, of course, is one of our homies from overseas. He's a palmy over there. God Save the King, all that good stuff. You've been working on some good stuff. So Nine, I have your latest link. He's put up his latest video. He's putting out good videos, and what is it? Oscar Wilde said that all art is useless, right? The point is we create art, right? There's no necessary purpose to art. It's art. And Nine is making cool stuff out there because he likes to do it. And that's the whole point of this pretty awesome hobby that we have. So, Nine, be sure to post that link up there again, and I will go ahead and post it. All right. Hey, Point is up. Point, what's up? Point, as usual, is on point. So always happy to have you. Point, you should share some of the stuff that you're working on. Would love to see it as well. Okay. I have an echo. Oh, I have an echo? Why do I have an echo? Should be no echo. Am I echoing now? Now? Is there an echo? Echo? Maybe it's just a mirage of my spirit. Here, hold on. Let me see here. Come here. Maybe it's this one causing problems, huh? This is incredible AI that I'm working with right here. This is not a real dog, as you can see. It's going in and out, so I'm still working out the things. Incredible new technology. Here we'll be getting the quick installer, the dog installer. Just kidding, it's a real dog. All right, anyway, enough of that nonsense. I like to spend a little bit of time at the beginning just kind of giving people a chance to filter in, so you can excuse the nonsense while we're taking care of that. Hopefully I don't have an echo anymore. Let me go over to here. And make sure that the audio is coming through the right place. Think that might be on your side. I should not have an echo. All right. Anyway, big week here. We're gonna again, Nine, send me the link. I could probably find it here, but we're going to kind of go over what happened last week. Big week with WAN 2.2, of course. WAN 2.2 just sort of took off the radar. As you're going to see, it unfortunately, there were some other apps that got pushed to the side, and so we're going to have to figure out how to bring them back around so they get their day in the sun. It's just like with the movies, like some great movies come out and you're all excited to see it, and then some stupid Avengers movie come out or something like that, and then all of a sudden it gets lost in the shuffle. Okay, I'm looking through my history here is what I'm trying to do, by the way. That's why I'm a little bit distracted. I'm trying to find Nine's video so that we can play that. Again, Nine, just send me the link again, please. Hey, Malcolm is here. Good to see you, Nine. Happy to have you. Malcolm, of course, is one of our homies. Been around for a while. Good to have you, as always, Malcolm. Hats off to you. God save the Queen. Aaron is here. Oi, oi, let's go. So Aaron must be from Australia. I'm assuming with the oi, oi. Aussie, Aussie, Aussie. That's how we'll find out. I've done that. If he throws out an oi, 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 then he is definitely from Australia. Anyways, good to have you, Aaron. I think you're a first one, so we're going to give you some of these. Yeah, good to have you here, Aaron. And look at that. Aaron says good to have you. And Aaron, you have already rocked up to number 2 on our top fans list up there. There is, if you guys look at the top, there might be a top fans thing where it's keeping track. Yeah, if I can click it here on the YouTube page, and you can see who's in number 1. So 9 is locking up. But look at that. Aaron comes in strong. Dude, Aaron, what's up, bro? Like, he just comes in, he's like, yo, I'm new, and I'm here to play. I'm number 2 right now. I'm going for number 1. I like that about you, Aaron. That's pretty, that's pretty good. So, all right. Oh, Aaron's from London. All right. So that's why there was only 2 ois. Because Aaron's from London. If he's from Australia, it'd been 3 ois. He just go, oi, oi. So he just got 2 ois. All right. What's your, what kit do you wear, bro? What's your team? All right. Let's see here. We're going to read a couple more of these, and then we're going to pop into the weekly review. We've got kind of a lot to go through over here. Again, like I said, WAN 2.2 dominated. This poor bastard here, this Higgs audio, this is really good stuff, and it's just gotten completely overlooked because of WAN 2.2. So somehow I'm going to have to swing back into this. But literally, I released the model manager for that, and then then like the same day, I don't even know if I was done with it. All of a sudden, WAN 2.2 dropped, and it was like, okay, well, hot potato, yo. Okay, let's read these other messages really quick, and then we'll move on here. 9's new video. Oh, that's right, at Planet Nigel. Oh, he doesn't want me to show you the video. Okay. Hands off the video. So you guys are going to have to go there. I will give him a shout out there. So that's at Planet Nigel. And he's been doing these Duke Nukem themed things that are pretty fun. And you guys got to another beautiful thing about let's see, let's go show really quickly. Here's his page, so you can go see some of the stuff he's working on. The latest here is my wife is an alien. So so head over there at Planet Nigel. Great thing about Nigel, I'm going to tell you, Nigel's new at all this, guys. Like, it's not like he popped in and he's been doing this forever. He joined Get Going Fast, and we helped him sort out getting going fast, and he's taken it and run with it, which is the whole point, guys. Like, you know, my smarts kind of go up to a certain part, and then I just assume you guys are smarter than me and you're going to do more with it. So, like, I'm like, hey, use me as a stepping stool to go do something great, and then go make $1 million, and then remember me and send me back, like, you know, 1% of your thing as a tithe. So anyway, no, I'm just teasing, but yeah, you guys are doing good stuff. All right, Malcolm says, I think I've successfully installed Sage Attention at Comfy UI. As saying patching Comfy Attention to use Sage Attention, so it must be patches. Okay, so I guess there might be a new Sage Attention someone was saying, so we can play with that. Again, as always, on the hobbyist side of things, it's good to learn how to do this stuff. On the Get Going Fast side, all you got to do is go to comfy.getgoingfast and download the manual installer. And it has Sage Attention and Triton and all that already attached to it. So if you just want to get your Sage going, just head to comfy.getgoingfast.pro, and this is free. Just get it, download it, and you're rocking. But good job, Malcolm, there with getting that going on your own. It is important to learn this stuff. Okay, Aaron says, nice to get a break from Comfy UI headaches. Dude, Aaron is hitting hard. He has already moved up to number 1 for the day. Oh, my God. Look at that. And Bluebell popped. How did Bluebell sneak in here? Bluebell, lol, he's right with 3 ois for Aussie and 2 for UK. That's right. So next time I will be a little bit more clever on that. Good to have you, by the way, Bluebell. Always great to have you. Nige, you better pick up your game. Looks like you have dropped to... Oh, Nige has dropped all the way to number 4. My goodness. How the tides have changed. So, game on, yo. All right, let's go ahead and get on with the weekly review. If you guys have questions while we're going through this stuff, feel free to ask them. And there is a lag, so it's like it takes a little while, obviously, for me to get some of your messages. So you just got to hang in there. And you guys, obviously, of course, can chat amongst yourselves. Tyrone's Luck just popped in. Tyrell, good to have you as well. Tyrone's one of our homies. Tyrone says, imagine not being number one. Oh, wait, that's me. Tyrone, dream it, and it can happen. Okay, you can reach number one. In fact, look at Tyrone, you're already up to number two. So evidently this thing has to do with how recent you post. So yeah, if you guys want to get there, man. Okay, Cloudy Day popped in. Good to see you, Cloudy. I feel like Cloudy's been here before. Cloudy, have you been here before? It's good to see you regardless. It says, when is WAN 2.2 coming to WAN 2 GP? Great question, and we're actually going to talk about that today. So very good question, Cloudy. I like that. If I could give you 20 extra XP points for that question, they'd be yours. I'd be like, what is it, Salt Bay? Here's like 20 XP for a Cloudy Day. Aaron says, if I keep talking, I keep number one, I'm going to get tired of winning. Yeah, that's true. So you guys got to get your game up there. Blaza pops in. Blaza, good to see you as well. Good morning. The NYOB. I feel like I should know what NYOB means. I want to Google it, but is it going to be like something bad? To sling. No. Oh, yeah, none of your business. That's what I was thinking. So if I asked him what NYOB said, he would respond, none of your business. And I'd be like, excuse me for asking. And there'd be all sorts of confusion going on. So, all right. Anyway, good morning, guys. Let's move on with the weekly review. So as I was saying, we got over here. I'm just going to kick back because this got kicked to the curb. Higgs audio is good stuff. This was multi-voice cloning, and it's easy. With the Comfy UI, when we were using different ones that with multi-tech, we had to have two separate videos with two separate audios. They had to link in together and really get the timestamps right. And I'm going to tell you, for those of you who have been doing the hobby for the last couple years, one of the issues that we had last year, and some of the stuff that I never, it's beyond my patience sort of thing, but some of the reasons why some of these apps never took off is because it was too much work. There's always this movement of what I say, AI is still computer science, right? But technology always ends up becoming magic. So like your TV is amazing. Years ago, you would have had to know how to do the cables. It would have been difficult. Now you go to Walmart, you pay $100, you go and plug it in, and you've got everything going. Like my mother could do it, okay? Which is, so it's become magic. And AI, in a similar sense, is going through this process too of its computer science, and it's becoming magic. A year and a half ago, if you're doing this kind of stuff, I mean, you're literally talking about having two files that are perfectly time-stamped, big, long things, and it's just a real pain in the butt. And so a lot of people didn't do it. I'd play around with it and get some results, but by the time you got a result done, you're like, I don't really want to play with it anymore. Higgs audio actually handles this really well. This is the most impressive syncing of multiple audios with multiple people that I have seen. I'm not saying it's perfect, but I am saying it's good. And it got overshadowed by WAN 2.2. It's like in the Brady Bunch. What is it? You had Marsha and Jan, right? And Jan's always like Marsha. Jan always got overlooked by Marsha. So this is the Jan of the week, and WAN 2.2, of course, is the Marsha. All right, so WAN 2.2 popped in. I think it's amazing. Gosh, I guess let's pop over to Reddit and look at some WAN 2.2 videos. Oh, here, look at all this. This is pretty amazing stuff here. That's just right off the bat. They're using, so I'm going to get into this. This week is basically going to be a week of watching WAN 2.2. LoRa's come out, get better. This stuff happens so fast. First, hyper consistent character LoRa for WAN. Okay, so this is all image stuff. Yeah, those are nice. I mean, it's incredible. It's people. Okay, here's something weird. People have actually been saying that Though they think WAN 2.2 text to image is better than Flux, which is kind of difficult for me to wrap my head around. Anyway, this is going to be what this week is about. This week is going to be all about watching new stuff. Whoops. This is going to be all about watching new stuff come out for WAN. Well, this is funny. WAN is everything I'd hoped animated diff would be years ago. If you guys remember animated diff, it was like you'd have had this video, but then like the background would have been changing and fluxing. A hand would have appeared. God, I want to show you really quickly some animated diff. Hey, did any of you guys use animated diff at all? If you did, send me the links. I want to see some of your. It'll just show you how far we've come. I'm gonna do a search on Get Going Fast for animated diff. I want to show you some of the stuff that we were making. Okay, this is like animated diff from, this was October last year. No, I mean that was good for last year. I mean, okay, here we go. Here was again, this is last October. I mean, just look how far we've come. I mean, that's still nice. But yeah, there was no hope back then. I had other ones. Oh, here we go. This was a good one. Notice how the background's changing. There was no consistency. So this is how far we've come in, what is it, October? So November, December, January, February, March, April, May, June, July. So in 10 months, we've come this far. And animated diff was difficult to get installed, guys. This was like a big secret. Like people had it. Oh, watch this. The background's totally changed. Animated diff was difficult to get going. Still great. But at any rate, yeah, not anything comparison to. I'm reading through here. So Moni Gar is in here. Moni Gar, welcome. I think he or she is new here, so we're gonna give you some 100s and some stuff. They're good to have you, and this is the great. I'm gonna pin this as the best comment so far. Moni Gar, you get points. I'm pinning your message. I buried animated diff and never want to see it again. Yeah, that's too funny. Yeah, it's kind of true. Animated diff was difficult, but I will tell you what. When we got it going, it was great. So okay, let's get back to. I digress here. So anyways, we got WAN 2.2. Okay, that's all bigger stuff. Would you let her? Okay, good Lord. That's the problem with scrolling through Reddit with you guys. I'll end up getting the filters. They'll be like your pervert site, and I'll be like, no, I was just scrolling. There you go. Look at that. Image to video, 720p. This was done 10 minutes and 16 gigabytes of VRAM. That's incredible. So this week, all going to be about LoRa's, and I'm going to spend some time looking at those and getting probably the lightning one, the lighting. Cosvid will come out. Guys, Vase is going to drop here before long. Yeah, these are all great. Let's see what they did here. I had to test 3 videos, the Launch Point website. Anyway, I'll go through that. Maybe I'll here's what I'll do. I'll say these are great. These are great. Good job, bro. Oh, good job, dude. And then that way now it's pinned, so I can come back to this. All right. Anyway, let's get on here. Let's catch up with everyone here. Oh, we better check see who's number 1 still too. 9 says he's not getting the expected quality yet from WAN 2.2, only starting on it this week, need tweaking, workflows, lures, etc. Okay, so again, go to Get Going Fast and go to wan.getgoingfast.pro and get the workflow from there. If you're already part of if you're already a member, then you can just get it, and that's actually a great workflow. So maybe I'll have to find a way to. Well, I have the model manager. Actually, you know, we need to get into this too. So this is the model manager that comes with WAN, and with there you can get the workflows. So, you know, if you guys got great workflows, you'll let me know. I'll host them on my GitHub, and then we can put them into the model manager and, you know, just have access to all of them. Okay. I feel like we're falling behind here a little bit, though. So let's see. Blazes here. 111. Point says 2.2 is crazy good. Just takes twice as long as 2.1, but worth it. It does take a long time. I noticed if you turn the steps down to 20 from 30, 30 step. What did I do over here? You can see I did a real short comparison video. Here it is. This one took 7 minutes at 20 steps. This one took 10 minutes, almost 11 minutes at 30 steps. And you can see that actually the quality is really not that much different. So 7 minutes is still a long time in my book, but it's a lot better than 10 and a half. So you can play with the steps. The steps are pretty good. And I'm telling you, the CosVid LoRa's are going to be coming out soon. Oh my goodness. Okay. Malcolm, today I'm testing 1.2 with 2. Aaron says I'm trying to keep up with what people are doing. I've had 3 all-nighters last week. Yep. Aaron, I hear you, bro. Come over to the Discord and share what you're working on. We'd love to see it. He says he wants to see the vid to vid. Wouldn't we all? Point says animated diff was a headache. That was real spaghetti. Yeah, that was. But that was where we started, guys. And that's the thing is, like, people are like, why do you, I had someone say, why do you care about like a 4-second video? It's so stupid. I'm like, dude, if you realized what we were doing a year ago and you saw where we're at now, you understand. It's the hobby. It's amazing. And think where we're going to be later. And we're getting in on this. See, we actually, you know, in fact, I'm going to get on a little bit of a soapbox here. People that are like, you know, AI, you're not creative, you just make stuff. No, dude, we literally spend all day, you guys, me, we spend all day of our days, as much time as we can, doing this stuff because we love it and we learn how to do quality stuff. The people that are saying, oh, it's just AI, they can't do it. They can't do what we do. So we're becoming experts on this. And it started with animated diff. All right. Yeah, Aaron says we've come so far. Tyrone's luck. I think we'll have another in 10 to 12 months. Yeah, exactly. I really want to move the site towards robots. I think we're going to be doing robot stuff here within the next year. I love it. It's terrifying. Animated diff is drunk. It's true. Yes. Bluebell. God, Bluebell's asking the killer questions today. Here's another Salt Bay XP. Can I get WAN 2.2 on my WAN GP? Yes, you can. You need to update it, and I will actually show you over here. Where do we have it? Got a lot of stuff going on here. Oh, I must have loaded it up. Well, I thought I loaded WAN 2.2. Anyway, just update your WAN GP. And they do have WAN 2.2. That's all I use. I don't even use Comfy UI. Guys, I'm going to look at you and I'm going to just tell you the truth. I don't even use Comfy UI for my WAN 2.2. I only use Deep Beat Meeps WAN GP. All right. Okay, Aaron's going to come over to Discord. Masters have failed more times than most have even tried. Absolutely. Okay. Last look over here. Let's see who's in first place. Oh, no. 3D Tech. Who's 3D Tech? 3D Tech popped into first place. Did we even see a message from 3D Tech? Wow, why'd they push 9 all the way down to number 7? This is crazy, guys. Game is on. Tyrone's in second place. Malcolm is here at 3. Oh, that's Moni Gars. Oh, Moni Gars taking first place. Oh, it is on. Game on. Anyway, let's get back You guys know the competition. All right. So WAN 2.2 came through. Good stuff. Low VRAM. We've got the model manager. Oh, this is so cool, guys. I already talking about this. This is where we're headed in the future. This
Cutting edge tech stories.
Oh,
the humanoid air.
Okay. So the Tesla robots are coming out. I did some research into this. The main difference, well, the main difference, but big difference. Tesla is actually making their robots to be able to be bought by us. So got 20 grand. You just got 20 grand lying around. Buy a Tesla, yo. The Helix, however, is going to be like you're talking up in the $70,000 to $100,000 range. Tesla robots are going to be created for task-oriented stuff. Mowing the lawn, which is what I want to. I want to mow the lawn, clean my toilet, and vacuum. Give me a temple massage while I'm watching TV. It's going to be focused for home. The Helix one is going to be focused. It's based around empathy. Okay, I'm gonna be honest. I hate the word empathy. It's been so abused. It got the word empathy, in my opinion, got weaponized and became very oppressive. But of course, we all love it when people do empathize with us from a true place. And these Helix robots have been built upon the idea of empathy, so that they're going to be used for like older people in care homes or counseling sessions. Think about when you're talking with your chatbot. I'll be straight up. I talk with ChatGPT quite a bit, get advice about it, and sometimes I get feeling a little bit low. I've been hanging out on the Reddit, and everyone is telling you what a scumbag you are, and then you go to ChatGPT, and it goes, you know what? You did your very best. And if they can't see that, then they do, and ChatGPT is a great friend. Okay, it gives really good advice, and so they're building Helix around that kind of model. So it's going to be when we start talking about people marrying robots, they're probably going to marry Helix. Okay, but our Teslas are going to be here. I'm going to be honest. If I had $20,000, and I would buy a Tesla robot. In fact, I'm strongly thinking about it. I would go into monthly payments for a Tesla robot before I would go into a car payment. So I'm seriously going to be looking into that. And I think it would be great, especially if we can get into some kind of open source stuff where we're able to program it with our own stuff as well. So anyway, future of robotics. So love to hear what you have to say. Point says, lock your door at night. The thing will strangle you when it gets fed up. That's so funny. So the Ashley comes in, because they're going to actually be training these things on third-party videos. So like you'll actually take a video of yourself washing dishes, and then you'll train it on it. And so Ashley, who pops in here, I think her name is Ashley Love something or other, she actually points out that you shouldn't watch horror movies with this thing. It learns off of the horror movie. Okay. Yeah, have it build a cart and it could pull you. I'm sure it could. I live in a very red state neighborhood, a lot of conservatives, this kind of stuff. I think it would be hilarious to walk down the street with a robot. Although someone might shoot it. I would take out my robot with a shotgun. But I'm not even joking though. I think it'd be hilarious. Like, I got my dogs, have them take the dogs for a walk. Why not? I'm really looking forward to this. And, again, like I said, if we can get into open source stuff, I would like to move the page into this direction. And I know that Hugging Face is already got some open source robots. They're not that exciting for me. It's just like a little robot that moves and its antenna goes up, but it can do some basic stuff. So I actually might buy one of those here in the next month or two. And so if you guys want to keep going with that, I'll follow up with you on that, and then you guys can get into it as well. And we can start doing open source roboting. Okay, WAN 2.2 and CosVid. Now, this is a funny video. So, this CosVid in here was built for WAN 2.1, and it was built for the 14 billion. So, okay, so this is not really a perfect solution. And a lot of people are actually getting a lot better results with this Lightrix, ITX, or something like that. If you watch this video, this will speed your stuff up, okay, in the Comfy UI. This works in the Comfy UI, not in the WAN 2 GP. WAN 2 GP does not give you access to LoRa's with WAN 2.2 yet. But in Comfy UI, if you follow this and you use the LoRa, I was getting videos 90 seconds with 90 seconds with this, but they're mismatched. So you have to understand that there's this is the 14 billion parameter LoRa for WAN 2.1, and then we're using the 480 for WAN 2.2, but they work together. But you can play with that. It did work for me. All right, more WAN 2.1, 2.2 compilations and stuff you can do. All right, so as you see, that's pretty good looking stuff. What does it say? Yeah, this is 832 by 480, 30 steps. So these took about 10 minutes a piece to make. Again, I created a little process where I have ChatGPT give me a bunch of prompts, and then I have an app that that I can use to just make it. Over here at CogniBuild AI blog, I've been using this WAN2GP JSON creator. I have two of these now, one for Fusion X, but I just post it all into here. It gives me a JSON file, and then I throw it back into WAN2GP, and I let those go because that's about 50 videos to make those, so that takes several hours to get that done. But at any rate, as you can see, WAN 2.2 quite good, striking graphics. I like it. There's a lot of background stuff going on with this stuff. So that to me is always impressive. Every once in a while, like that guy's not running, even though the water's coming. It's kind of weird. But there is like this, like those debris falling is cool. The attention it can pay to different things is all fascinating. Okay, this is our next one. So Flux Kriya came out, and it's getting mixed results from people. I think it's great. I think it's excellent. So as you can see here, really high quality imagery. This is Flux. Flux, you just can't beat Flux, okay? Like Flux is the best. There's obviously different models that do different things. Like with the SD, you can't use Flux for in painting. I mean, you can, it's difficult, but not like with Magic Quill uses SD models. So some SD models are great. But Flux just really is just so good, okay? And again, what this one has done is it's removed the, I'm just kind of repeating nostrums now, but like it removes the plasticky look. Listen, the bottom line is when you were using Flux, every girl you had looked like they had boob implants. You know, they all had the same boobs, they had kind of the same face, real pretty stuff, but they all just look the same. So this one really changes it up a bit, focuses on the details. I've heard people talk garbage about it, which I don't totally understand because I think it's really quite good. And really, what's going to be the purpose of this for us? Because we're dealing with stuff like WAN 2.2 and image to video. And I will tell you, the better the image going in, the better the video coming out. So this really works hand in hand with our other stuff. And again, I've made a model manager, so you've got the FP8 and the GGUF. They both work fantastic. Same thing, if you're a Farmham member, you can just click on it and you can download it. And as long as you put it outside your Comfy UI folder, you can choose your different quants, you can choose your FP8, and it comes with the workflow. It comes with the workflow. So Flux Kriya is great. That was probably the only thing that could have competed with WAN 2.2. So Point asks, do some LoRa's work on Kriya? I've only downloaded it, haven't used it. And what I have read, Point, is that yes, some of the LoRa's do work. So, but I've heard that they don't work perfect. Okay, so you just play around with it. But yeah, I've heard the LoRa's are basically the same. Now they've created this new LoRa, which I don't totally understand what it's for. They've created a LoRa of Flux Korea to work with Flux, and perhaps that's so you can use your old Flux LoRa's, get the Korea stuff with it. I don't know. So you can look into that. I don't know if I'll cover that. Some of this stuff with Get Going Fast, it gets so detailed. I'm not really an artist, and so at some point I just end up competing with artists. And it's like, my goal here isn't to compete with people that do stuff better than I do it. My goal here is to get you guys doing stuff which is better than everyone else, and that's by getting you going fast with this stuff. So do let me know if you come up with other things, but I do believe the LoRa's are working. 9 says Focus is my go-to text to image. Yep. So there you go. Okay. So, one more here. Compilation video you're going to have to suffer through. Okay, so again, WAN 2.2 is awesome. All right. Updated Flux Model Manager. Oh, okay. Really quickly, I talked again about the membership tiers. This is actually a good video. You guys should watch this to help understand Get Going Fast. A lot of people come in, they don't quite understand the tiers. So just really quickly, by the way, let me just say, let's have a heart to heart here. Hey, you guys that are part of the community here and have been here, I want you to know I appreciate you. This isn't just I'm not just pushing on this stuff like, hey, come, and I don't care who's here. I want you to know I really do appreciate the community we've built. And I see your guys' names, avatars, and I appreciate all you've been here. So don't feel that I'm jamming anything down on you if you're already a member. We just want people to understand what's going on. And what's going on here is a lot of people come in, they don't understand our 4 tiers. Our Prairie Dog, Farmhand, Rancher, and Gunslinger. Prairie Dog is our entry-level membership, and it's really a great way for people that want to get in, get some stuff going. This is really focused on, you get a lot of free chatbot stuff. You get free stuff, but you don't get everything. You're not going to get WAN 2.2, you're not going to get WAN GP, but you're going to get a bunch of chatbot stuff. You're going to get some text-to-audio things going. You're going to get the news. You get our weekly thing that we date from AI Brews in that podcast. A lot of guys want to come in, but they're not ready to jump full in. Great way to start, okay? But I also get other people that come into Prairie Dog and they're like, well, I joined and then you need me to upgrade. I'm like, well, right, because you joined in at Prairie Dog, you need to upgrade to Farmhand. And Farmhand is where most of us are. Farmhand is pretty much your base thing where you get everything, okay? You get a little bit of my time. You're on my radar. I know you're there. You get everything, okay? And you get Discord privileges. This is the one to join. Really, this is the one to join, okay? You're part of the community. Even these live streams, I would like to lock them down to only Farmhand at some point, but hey, we're a little bit open right now. Now, this is where people get confused. We get these Rancher classes and the Gunslinger classes. These are what I'm calling our support tiers. So with Prairie Dog and Farmhand, just because you're cool and you're my homes, you get a little bit of Discord help. And if you write me a question, I'll get back to you when I can, sort of thing. Because I do this full time. So, I want you guys to make sure that you're enjoying yourself. Rancher and Gunslinger are prioritized time. So if you join as a Rancher, you get pretty much 1 hour of my time a month where I'm going to sit down and you're going to say, hey, Gary, I'm having problems with this. I just really need you to come here. We're going to make a time. I will sit down. We will Zoom chat. I will take control of your computer. We'll do it up. I'll give you some context. And it, an hour, like it blends. We're going to work on a project together. Okay. And that's really your rancher. And then you get everything, plus there's some free stuff. You get my music, and you get Duck in Space, my graphic novel. Gunslinger is the highest tier, and with this you pretty much get 4 hours of my time a month. Okay, so we will sit down, we will set up your system. I will work on a project with you. I'll work on another project with you, and you're my boy. Okay, with Gunslinger, you're my, I'm your Huckleberry, and I got you all month. So in these. This is really Gunslinger is really good for like when you just like my system is messed up. I get a lot of guys that use Pinocchio and it has screwed up their system. I come in there and I clean out their system. We organize their desktop. We organize their stuff. We get them ready so that they can use this AI stuff in a quick and efficient manner in which they might actually learn something. Hey, right? Where have I heard that before? So that's your Gunslinger things. A lot of times people join up for these and then they don't utilize the benefits. So if you ever do sign up for these, be sure to hit up with me and utilize your benefits. And those, of course, if you do stay with those month by month, you get more time each month. All right, moving on. Meta pays this dude $250 million to work. So basically this is the Juan Soto of AI stuff. So this nerdy looking kid here is going to be a billionaire here within another couple of years. So you can read that on your own. It's just AI is the new rock star. All right, let's move on. Okay, our AI brews, of course, this is available for all the way down to Prairie Dog. And this is just good stuff. Really covers all the new AI stuff for the week. This person that does this does a really good job. I throw it into a podcast format. Again, you should go subscribe with this person. They do good stuff, but you should also start working with Get Going Fast. I keep telling them, say, listen, I'm promoting you over here, promote me over here, and I'll promote you even more. And I think this is a great thing, but whatever. Okay, and then here's our Flux Kriya video for the week. Oh, lastly. So this is something that I've been wanting to do, and we're going to start. I'm going to put this on my calendar. Every 2 weeks, I'm going to release a new chatbot for you guys. Okay, and this is for Prairie Dogs. This goes all the way down to Prairie Dogs, so you don't even have to be a Big Hand member. And this is what's called a KCPPT file. You'll see down here, all you have to do is load up your Cobalt CPP, load this file, and it sets all your settings, download it, and you'll get an interesting chatbot. Now, I'm going to warn you, this is a not safe for work one. I like these, not necessarily because I like horror, but because they're incredibly uncensored, they're interesting. This comes out of a series of models that are called Gothic Horror, and I just like it because they used better words. Now, if you guys know how chatbots are trained, essentially you take a bunch of text and you train it on that style. So these bots would have been trained on like old, say you get like a bunch of scripts from Tales from the Crypt, or some old Gothic horror stuff, and it's going to train it on there so it has interesting words and thinking. Of course, this one here is incredibly uncensored, so you can have it write, you can role play with it, you can have it write whatever you want. It's literally, it just pops up here. I mean, you could say, write a story about body horror between, I don't know, an alien blending, genetic blending of a pig and a hardened criminal on the run. It's a horror karma story. Okay? And it's going to do it. It's not going to sit there and be like, what the hell are you talking about? It's actually going to go. Now, it's going slow right now because I got a bunch of AI stuff going on here. But it's actually going to go and it'll create that. And you can get a long story off of that. I stopped it there. Notice it's going to use crazy words. So anyway, this is just one. The point isn't the horror. So the point is that every 2 weeks I'm going to give you something new and interesting. It's not always going to be horror. This time I gave it to you just because this is fascinating. You can download that. It's just a KCPPT file. Download Cobalt CPP, load it, and play with it. It's a great model. Okay, and I think that is when we reach the end. Let's see here quickly what let's go check really quickly to see who our top fans are, and then we'll start drawing this to a close. 3D Tech, yo. So that's Moni Gar still in first place. Tyrone has pushed up to number 2. Aaron, you've dropped to number 5. We thought Aaron came in hard. We thought he was going to be number 1. Malcolm's hit number 4. We got Biff. Biff's new. Hey, Biff, I hadn't seen you. Welcome, Biff. Good to have you. Since Biff's new, we're going to give him a bunch of 100s and some of them as well. Good to have you. So, as you can see, 9. How the Mighty Have Fallen. 9's all the way down to 8. Cloudy Day popped in. Good to see you. Let's read these really quickly, and I think we'll end up for the day. If you have any questions, now is a very good time to start getting those questions out before we pull out. So, okay, let's see the last questions. Moni Gar says 3D Tech artist is Moni Gar. Oh yeah, okay, good. Okay, point, lock your door. Yeah, we're talking about the robots. Biff asked a question here, but it looks like... Okay, so 9... Okay, Biff Loman. Currently, what would you start off with for prompt to image and image to video? Okay. Biff, this is what I do for my prompts, for almost all my prompts. I hate writing prompts. I love writing. I hate writing prompts. This is what I do. I go to ChatGPT, or I open up my Kobold CPPT. I could do it over here. Where was that at? I could ask this to... You ask this to write you horror prompts if you want. But I go like this. I typically go get a style guide. So like over here at cognibuild.ai, I might look over here at the prompting guide. Okay, so I'll grab something like this. This is an image to video one, but I'll literally go like this. I'll highlight the whole thing. So I'll copy the whole thing, go back to ChatGPT, and I'll say, use this as a prompting guide. And then I put it in brackets so that it knows everything within the brackets. So what I'm talking about, then I'll say, now write me a prompt about a dog named Zeus who has lightning bolts coming out of his beagle ears. Okay, and then ChatGPT will go ahead and use that, and it will create a good prompt. So that's answer, Biff. That's how I get my prompts. Then what I typically do for my compilation stuff is I'll say, "This is great. Make me 50 of these," and then I throw it into my JSON creator, and then load it into 1.2GP. Okay. Aaron says I peaked too early. I ran out of steam, dude. Biff, that happens to the best of us. You get a little too excited at the beginning, and you're like, "Oh yeah, this is going to be like this," and then by the end you're like, "Oh, it was like that," and then you lay your head on the pillow, go to sleep. So it happens. Okay. Point. It's the best local M for both T to V. Biff. Okay. Thanks, guys. Learning this tech. It's been amazing so far. Biff, we're so happy to have you here, man. It really is an awesome hobby. Be sure to come over to the Discord and be part of what we're doing there. Blaza speaks up. NVIDIA DGX Spark. Anyone looking forward to it, or are you everyone looking at something else hardware-wise? I don't even know what it is. So let's see. I'm not a hardware guy. Let's do a really quick search for NVIDIA DGX Spark. Whoops, I wrote APEC. I would be if I had money, I'd be looking forward to all this stuff. When Petroflop, good God. Here, what's the catch? Slower memory bandwidth, that's a big catch. I would love to get into this Blackwell stuff. Again, if I had the money to do it, I'll do it. At some point, I'll probably start buying more of these systems. We can play with it. But yeah, I don't know. You tell me. I want to know. You tell me what you think about it. Point 2.2 is first. I'm actually enjoying writing the prompts. Good. Because it usually gets exactly what you type. Yes, 1.2.2 is very good with its prompting. Nine Layer Nine says, Biff, go to DJ's Discord. Yes, good advice. Malcolm says, there is an online WAN 2.2 prompt guide. Good. Yeah, Malcolm, would you please send us the link for the prompt guide? I will post that over on the Discord, and maybe I'll make a prompt generator. I actually do have one over here. It's for, I think it's for Fusion X, but no, it's for FramePack, I think. Here's best practice prompt. Oh, here's a prompt generator. So you guys can go over here and you can actually have it create prompts for you. So if you're having a difficult time, just run this. It'll actually walk you through a few different steps. Oh, you're not seeing this, sorry. Over here, and then it gets the prompt builder. You go through a few different steps. Dun, dun, dun. And then it'll create a prompt for you. Okay. Child Play with Toys dives into coral reef underwater. Performs a daring stunt. The scene is pop art, bold colors with a sinister. So, Malcolm, if you send me the WAN 2.2 prompt guide, I will make another one of these for everyone. Oh, Lucio's here. Good to see you, Lucio. I haven't seen you in a while. We're going to give Lucio a few hundreds here. I see AI developing more quickly than I can follow. What do you suggest is the best AI to use if I wanted to create a video using photos of a singer and creating a lip sync to an audio? Guys, why don't you help Lucio with that? I've gotten kind of lost in the lip syncing thing. Last I was really using was Sonic. And I'm going to be honest, for a lot of professional stuff, I just use online free tools for lip syncing. Lucio, I'm going to need to look into that. In fact, I'm going to write that down here on my to-do list. I need to follow up on lip syncing software because that's the second time someone's asked me about that, and I really don't have an answer. All right. Biff says, thanks for the help, of course. Aaron says, I can't find the Discord. Okay, I'm going to really quickly send you a Discord link so you guys can join. All right. Let me see if I can get this out to you. Okay, there's a Discord link to join. Now, I do want to tell you guys, with the Discord, it's not like you're going to just pop in and all of a sudden it's a magic place where everyone's like, hey, how can I help you? Which would be weird if it was anyways. So come over there and be part of the community. In other words, ask questions, give advice, and stuff. And, be patient. Sometimes it's hopping, sometimes it's not hopping. But just come in there and be part, share what you're doing and have conversations. It's probably the best way, and you'll actually find your niche in the Discord. Okay, so multi-talk. There you go. 9 is pointing out to Lucio. Multi-talk is quite good for that. Okay. Oh yeah, and we were talking Higgs is multi-voices. Of course, I think Higgs doesn't do lip syncing, so okay. Aaron Suff says online tools for easy lip sync, A-Cool and Picasso. Okay, I'll write those down. I had one that I found, but these things come and go, and I can never find it. It's gone. Okay. Blaze NVIDIA DJ Spark. What I know, 128 gigabytes VRAM. That's insane. Consumer supercomputer specialized for AI generation. 2,000 currently available via a waiting list. Now the problem I'm going to assume with the NVIDIA DJ Spark is all these things come down to what torch and CUDA you're going to use. So, hey, if I have $2,000, if we're getting there, if we can get going fast pace up here, I can start buying this stuff and as a business expense, and then we can start playing with this stuff more and more and more. So we'll see where that goes. I'll keep my eye on that Spark. Thank you guys. Okay, with that, I think that we will draw it to a close. As usual, you guys are the better part of this whole thing. I didn't think I was going to cry on TV here. Thank you for being part of it. Let's check to see who our final top fans are. They anticipate. Okay, drum roll, please. And Moni ends up at number 1. This is like, what was the super race where they have like the cat and they're racing, all the time. whatever. This is kind of what that reminds me of. Blaze ends up in number 2. Tyrone snuck into number 3. Biff comes in last minute and secures a number 4 spot. Malcolm is number 5. Aaron, as I said, peaked a little too soon, but it was a good showing. Points in there. Bluebell, it was good to see Bluebell. Bluebell popped in there, disappeared, but it was good to see. And 9, of course, is a rock star. Go check out him at Planet Nige. Lucio, good to see you. Hadn't seen you in a while. And Cloudy Day popped in and popped out. So, all right. God bless you guys. Get out into the sun today if you get a chance. Do some stretching. It's only summer for a little while longer. And give somebody a call today and tell them you're thinking about them. All right. We will catch you later. And as usual, be good to yourselves. And more importantly, be good to others. Yo.